Hi guys, ShiggitayMedia here, and today's video will be another Nerd Rant number 02. The first one was about Aokigahara, the Suicide Forest with that douchebag guy. Anyway, this one is going to be about Comic-Cons versus anime cons and other nerd cons, and why they're not the same. My basis on this rant is going to be comparing New York Comic Con and New York Anime Festival, both of which took place in the case of New York Anime Festival and in the Jacob Javits Center in New York City. So from 2000, let's say 7 until New York Anime Festival was in the Jacob Javits Convention Center, Javits Center in New York. It was an anime convention, and they had the typical anime stuff. I didn't go for the entire time, but I hear it was fun. And there was one earlier than that called Big Apple Anime Fest or something, but that either failed and became NYAF, New York Anime Festival, or New York Anime Festival just happened to replace it or something. I don't know, but yeah, come 2011, 2012, New York Comic Con, which had been happening also around the same time, decided to, since it was owned by ReedPop. ReedPop is a convention corporation, I guess you can say, an entertainment corporation, I don't know, that owned New York Anime Festival. And they decided to merge the two together into one entity. But I have a problem with that. My problem is that they considered anime culture and Japanese graphic novel, manga culture, etc., the same as comic book culture. It is totally freaking not. It's totally not. I mean, okay, you can have like superheroes on the Japanese side, sure. Like magical girls, pretty boys have powers, whatever. But that's a Japanese thing, like that. On the American side, you can have the DC Marvel universe, and then with Comic-Cons, you many times have like TV stars coming to the conventions and having panels and tables and stuff. That's fine. But ReedPop considering the New York Anime Festival content the same as a typical DC or Marvel content type? No. Totally stupid, totally wrong, and that so pisses me off why they did that. So in 2011, it was the last year that there was any remnants of New York Anime Festival. And it was only like in the attic of the convention center, because the Jacob Javits Center is basically what I like to call a ranch-style apartment or house with a basement and an attic. I mean, technically a ranch house or apartment doesn't have any of those things because it's just a ranch, just like one long structure. But that's how it's laid out. I mean, it has floors and everything, but it's not your typical floors. And this is becoming a rant on the convention center as well, which is, I guess that's fine. The reason why there's one reason why I prefer not to go to an event at the Jacob Javits Center, for example, is that the rooms are labeled really stupidly. At a proper convention center, like the Heinz Convention Center here in Boston, or the Baltimore Convention Center in Baltimore, which I can't go to anymore because my favorite Otakon moved to DC, those convention centers have 3 to 4 floors. And guess what? If you have a photo shoot in room 305, third floor, room 5. 305, right? That's logical, right? Same thing happens at the Heinz, as well as the Baltimore Convention Center, as well as a new convention center for Otakon called the DC Convention Center. I forget the Walt E. Washington Convention Center in downtown DC. Really cool place. On my vlogs channel, I made video of the convention center, and it's freaking gorgeous. So huge. Yeah, it's up and down a little bit, but it's done well and it's awesome. Anyway, the Jacob Javits Center, on the other hand, it was originally a seaport, a New York South Street seaport area warehouse. So when they converted it to a convention center or conference center, because now only conventions happen there, like actual conferences, like for businesses and stuff happen there, the rooms were like left with the warehouse labeling, like 1A B5, 15 BA. Probably pulling this out of my ass at this point, but that's probably what it is. And because I've only been there twice, in 2010 and 2011 for the end of New York Anime Festival. And that's confusing as all hell. Like, 1AB5 could be on this side of the convention center, and then 15BA can be over here. And if you have to rush across and you have like 10 minutes between panels or events or something, that can't be fun. So, that convention center sucks. I'm going to give it one more shot this year when I go to Anime NYC in November, which I could have gone to in 2017, but I didn't have the money and I couldn't arrange. I couldn't make arrangements. But yeah, anime conventions and comic conventions are not the same, and I don't understand why people still consider that. People consider, here's also another sub-rant, people consider anime and, you know, other things a typical regular cartoon, when it's really not. Anime is the animated adaptation of a graphic novel. So if you don't want to sit paging through a manga book, you can actually just sit down like this with a bag of popcorn or something and watch the manga come to life. That is what anime is, in a nutshell. And there's a lot that goes into it to make it. There's the storyboard planning. There's the voice actor booking and and recording the voices. Then there's the actual animation. This is not in any particular order because I have never produced an anime before, so I don't know what goes first or whatever. But these are the parts. Then there's marketing and release. I mean, that's typically how a product release cycle goes. Hire, produce, release, right? So if people think that it's just a cartoon that anyone can make, I'd like to see you do it. I'd like to see you make a blockbuster that makes millions of dollars and call it a cartoon. Otherwise, no. I'm probably not making a lot of sense right now, but I'm trying to. But yeah, no, anime is not your typical cartoon. Yes, it's animated. Yes, it's a Japanese cartoon, but it's not like Looney Tunes or Animaniacs or anything else the U.S. has normally ever seen on regular TV. So that's another little mini rant about that. And people on the comic book side, most of the time are respectful. Most of the time they can be also fans of the Japanese side as well. So that's pretty cool. But for the people that are ignorant enough to consider, ignorant like Repop, that are ignorant enough to consider both sides as one of the same, they need to be smacked with a lead pole that's been shoved in asbestos. That's freaking horrible. And I don't really mean that, I'm just kidding, but that's how I feel. That they don't do any of their research, and it's just ridiculous. If you enjoyed this video, and I think I'm done with this rant right now, I might make another clip if I feel I can add more. Because it's 3 a.m. right now, I'm at work. You can probably guess, I have my laptop with me. 3 a.m. right now, and I might make an addendum to this video or something, but that's the end of my rant for now. And thanks for watching. Like, comment, favorite, subscribe, and share if you enjoy my content. And down below in the description, as always, there's going to be links to all my network channels. And, check them out. Some of them have more content than others, and I plan to change that as much as I can. Thanks again for watching, and have a great night, evening, day, whatever it is that it might be when you're watching this. Take care, everybody.